As far as qualifications, my qualifications for making recommendations, I don't know. They're pretty good, but buyer beware. And here goes. I'm going to make a recommendation. So once in a while you have to take a risk. So risk. So people get scared. When they hear the word risk, they go, you know what? I don't want to risk anything. So what happens when you don't risk something is you lose the value of your money depreciates. The quality of your life when you don't take risks depreciates. If you don't know what I mean by quality of your life, well, then I can't, it's just what it is. If you don't take risks, you don't get rewards. So against that backdrop, here's a risk, right? But you might get 10%. So we've been doing math here. What is 10,000%? For today's purposes, we're going to learn what a 10,000% is, right? Okay, we're going to put it in the chat. So here it is in English, right? 10,000%. So what is that? Let's just do a quick math here. And then I'm going to recommend something, which I don't want to do. I don't want to give you investment advice. I don't want to tell you where the good investments are. But it seems like I'm going to have to do that from time to time. Because a lot of us were either old, we've been told you need more experience for your job, or you don't have enough, or how little will you take to come and work for us? So we need to take a risk from here and there. But then we're offered a 401k, and then we're told, well, you lost $200,000 in your 401k. So, I mean, what's risky maybe is going to work every day and accepting what they're giving you, or retiring on a 401k that, I don't know, it's not quite much at all, but I don't know. Is your lifestyle to be great on that 401k? I don't know. 1,000% is, and the chat is 100 times your money. So here's the investment I have today. If you give me $1, I'll give you 100. How about that? I'll tap that out. If you give me $1, I will give you $100. Now, since you have no way to get me that dollar, I'm pretty safe, because you don't know where I am right now and where, you know. But that's 10,000%. Got it? Give me $1, I'll give you 100. That's 10,000%. That's 100 times 100. Okay, 10,000%. Say it aloud, 10,000%. Okay, so Here's an example. On the Milwaukee Craigslist, there's an ad. It's, I don't know. I call the telephone number. The guy says, make you a silent partner, right? Silent. You don't get to make any decisions, but he has an investment. He's working on a project. The Internet of Things project, it'll transform part of our economy. It's an invention that he says 100 million people will use, or 50 million, or 80 million. Those customers will be his customers. That's called risk, okay? So for half 1%, you give them $5,000. That's the risk. You sign a non-disclosure agreement. As I'm saying this, I think, why should I do it, right? Sounds crazy, but it's risky. For that, you get 100 times your money. You take the risk. You put in 10,000, you get $1 million. You put in $1, you get 100. But if you put in 10,000, 100 times 10,000 is 1 million. 100 times 5,000 is 500,000. So if I decide to do this, this is real time, I could be doing this. I'm letting you know what I'm looking at. If I do this and I lose my money, well, I have egg on my face. Right? I look very silly, right? But if I do this $1,000 and I don't tell anybody that loves me I'm doing it, so they don't, remove some part of my body. So if I put in 5,000 and I get 500,000, well, I told you, but then after I get the 500,000, I'm not going to tell you anymore. It's going to be a secret that I have $500,000. Now it's time to take the advice, right? After I get the money, I'm not talking to you no more, right? Remember, this is blue collar. This is real life, okay? I want you to know that I'm smart and I have a good idea, but once that good idea turns into big money, I don't want you to know that I have any money. And I want you to lose my number, and maybe I'll stop doing this show, right? Because I have to make some money, and I'm not making any money here. Okay, so maybe with 500,000, I could do some things and maybe make more money. So 5,000 turns into 500,000. It's on the for sale section of Craigslist in Milwaukee, Craigslist. So it's on Craigslist. Can I tell you that, where it is on Craigslist? I don't know, but I'll put it in the chat. Maybe somebody wants to look this up. Craigslist. Business, for sale, right? Business, right? And then heading will say partner in it, right? Partner. I don't know if it says opportunity, but it definitely says partner. So three things: Craigslist, for sale, business, and then partner. Four things, right? Let's do that again. Craigslist, for sale, business, and then look up partner. and or email me if you know want to know more specifics. So, but yeah, here's a recommendation. It's for you to consider. It involves risk. What is risk? All depends on who you are. What is risk? All depends on the person. Some people smoke cigarettes and think there's no risk, right? Well, I think there is, but that's a matter of opinion. Risk is a matter of opinion. I say the reward here is 100 times, 10,000%. If you go into your bank and you say you want 10,000% on your money, they might laugh at you, but they'll take your money and make 10,000% with it. They're not laughing. They're happy to take your money and the government's money. And you get insurance for whatever money you put in there. It's insured. Insure, the sure inside of insure means for sure you won't make any money at the bank. So, all right. So we want to make some investments in our time, in our lives. In the past week, I found business opportunity that was part of my plan, and I at Blue Collar create a business or be a distributor of a business, have a business partnership. That's owning your own business. 100,000 a year. I'm at about 80,000 right now, considering my housing costs and the money I'm making. So 100,000 plus owning my own business, and now a risk investment. I'm adding a risk investment to the whole goal, creating a goal for yourself and following a goal. It may be small, but set a goal for yourself. A small goal is great because then you take into account, you take into your inventory your life. Maybe your goal is to find people to mentor you, to find out what a goal is, to get, maybe your goal is to get good advice. Hey, that's a wonderful goal, because you'll be able to figure out who's giving you bad advice in your circle and who's giving you good advice. How about that? Just take inventory of who's giving you good advice in the take inventory and set a goal, and change your friendships if you can. Now remember, you can't change people, so those people that aren't helping you get ahead, you might have to X them, right? I mean, you don't have to be nice, you know, you have to be nice to yourself, right? So take good advice, surround yourself with good people, be as honest as you can. Okay, try and be straight with people, but don't be nice to people that aren't nice to you. So let's end it right here. I think that's been about 10 minutes or 20 minutes. So I gave you some places to an interesting it's called a silent partnership, silent partner. And first 100 times is 10,000. Is 1,000% what you put in. When you buy a Starbucks coffee, you're doing that. Just the opposite. Instead of getting it, you're giving 10,000%, right? So sucks. You get 2 cents of beans and you pay $2 for that. That's 100 times your money, not their money. You're transferring your wealth to them. So don't feel too guilty about it. But your money spends pretty fast, but it doesn't come back to you fast enough. If I know you, it's not coming back fast enough. And we're changing our economy to where people have a little bit more control over their money. They can make more money in more places. And I'll just be here for you to show you how to do that in the future. But I'm trying to shut this down. Thank you for all the production here. Emily Ulmer.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Tim. This is the Blue Collar Crypto Show hosted by Tim Tarosian. Special thanks to our distribution partners, Jay Stoyan with the Disability Channel out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Marcus Hart of Transform You Media, Zach Clayton of the PAC Channel, Lawrence Wingate of Wingate TV by Wingate Studios. And we also want to thank Nonprofit TV for their support through their Facebook campaign. As always, Tim Tarosian is here on Sundays, 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. Central for Blue Collar Crypto. Come on back for our next episode. Thank you so much. Bye for now.